cardboard is one of those materials that when people look at it, they see something that can be used and then discarded. But Alex...
My name is Alex Dominguez. I am from Spain. I'm from Barcelona.
Sees something different. My kids came to me asking if I could make them a cardboard mask, and since I didn't know how to do that, I went online to see if I could find some tutorials or plans. And while I was doing that research, I came across Alex's social media channel and was immediately captivated by the things that he was making. And so I knew I had to reach out to ask him. Can you tell me how all of this started?
There was a time that my nephew, on their first birthday, I thought, well, maybe I can make a costume or something in cardboard for him. It was a helmet of Thor and also a Thor hammer in cardboard. And it was the first thing with a complex geometry that I made. Earlier, I made things like lamps and decorative things, also a chair and those kind of models. But well, the Thor helmet was the first complex thing that I made. From that time, well, I really loved the process, and well, I started creating a lots of things.
And when he says lots of things, that's an understatement. That initial project led to another, and another, and eventually Alex created a social media profile where he would share with people the kinds of things that he was designing and making, and became pretty well known for his Star Wars helmets.
I'm quite of a geometry nerd, more than a Star Wars nerd. I really love things related with technical drawings and those kind of things. And I spend a lot of time thinking about when I make the model. There are lots of little things that I go back and forth. And when I make the model, it's like I usually spend like 10 hours or something like that in making a model in SketchUp and also making all the templates and those kind of things.
See, that was the other thing that I noticed in Alex's videos. He uses SketchUp. One of the things that I first noticed about you is that you use SketchUp in this really unique way, and I'm curious, how did you get started with SketchUp?
I studied architecture. It was one of the program that in the university and also while working. It was like a revolution. First time when I saw someone working with SketchUp and the process of sketching it with just the pencil and making shapes and also making extrude and or follow or something like that. It was really shocking. Because it's really easy to work with. I use SketchUp in a very as a beginner, and I think I consider myself as a beginner of SketchUp because I only use 3 tools. I only use the pencil, only use extrude, and only use the follow me. I only use those things because in fact what I do are quite of really easy geometry.
I'm terribly curious what your process is for designing these in SketchUp.
In a backup of process and a process of also failing a lot, but learning things that it will give me more tools and things that I will use for the next project. When I start making a helmet, I think about, first of all, I want to use as less geometry as possible. I work with low poly, and also when I work, I think about how the model will look.
And it's not about just making these creations out of cardboard and making videos out of it. He then makes templates to share with other people so that they can make these things as well.
The hobby became bigger and bigger, and right now a part of my working activity is related to making templates of cardboard. I make the model, and share it to the people so they can work on their own, make their own models.
And it's not just the videos or the plans anymore. Alex also teaches classes, showing people how to make the things that he makes.
What makes me really happy is to see that people is using the templates that send you the model that send you how he have crafted a costume, or he has crafted a helmet or something like that using your templates. So the most good things related with feedback is to see how people work with your templates. That's the best thing.